Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Nowhere Prophet. I think this run still has a lot of potential. We're taking a lot of wounds. There's just a lot, there's a lot of injured people out here in the wasteland. But that aside, things are going pretty well. Now we're going to go to a teacher and forget a card, and I don't know what card I want to forget, and also I don't remember how many cards we've forgotten. I guess we can just keep forgetting stuff until we get the notification that we've unlocked the thing, right? Alright, so, first of all, we sold all of our garbage already, right? No, we have picked up more garbage in the interim. Cool. We may sell off some of this equipment, too. Alright, so, if we're going to forget a card, do we maybe want to dismantle something so that we can forget that? Because I kind of like where our deck is at right now, and we're already running borderline too few leader cards. I mean, we totally did run out in one battle. So maybe we dismantle a piece of equipment. Like, dismantle these meditation beads and then just get rid of the restore. That's not really in the spirit of the thing, but I think it is what I want to do. Let's... few details. Get rid of this. I know that there's a version of this that now we could play it alongside, something. We had some source of healing. It's... whatever. Not gonna bother. We're just gonna forget that card we just learned so that we can keep pushing toward the, So we can keep pushing toward that unlock. We're so close to having them all, right? We gotta take this seriously. Okay, is there anything else we want to do while we're here? We could buy a third eye amplifier, which is probably not super good for our deck. We don't really have a lot of ways of dealing damage to the enemy leader. This would be a lot better if we were like in the beams deck. I do love that beams deck, though. That's pretty cool. Probably not worth 34 batteries. And we're fine-ish on food? Fine-ish. We're definitely going to make it to the next city. Yeah, I'll just hold off. We're going to make it to the next city. We'll maybe make that decision there. I think we got out of this node what we are going to get out of it, except that I probably ought to... Well, if we use a luxury, we're going to not get the healing from the tea. Alright, I'm going to chance it. As long as we don't lose 5 hope on the way there, we'll be fine. Okay, like I said, we'll be fine. We do not yet have the ability to preach of the machine, sadly. The long road led us to a small, dusty settlement. The people spoke nervously among themselves, and the leader had shut herself in, meddling with terrible machines. Hushed whispers of discontent had spread across their ranks. Godlessness, they claimed, had fomented itself in their leader. All right, I will fight alongside you. We offered our help. Together with the soldier and his fighters, we strode into their camp, heading straight for the compound, and then, of course, the fighting. So the only wounded person in the deck right now is the Vanguard, and that's totally fine. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just rumble. So, we probably don't need to start with the Vanguard. And the near mercenary is actually probably pretty good here. Let's do it like this. I am a little annoyed at the amount of taunt that we're seeing on the other side of the table already. Is it just Worker Swarm? Am I allowed to sacrifice... I mean, I'm probably allowed to sacrifice these guys. So being sacrificed is not the same thing as being destroyed. If we blood sacrament the deserter, it probably doesn't actually help us. So I'm just going to play our Worker Swarm. And, of course, protect. It is nice to start every fight with 5 armor. Okay, pretty reasonable, I think. I'm hoping they're going to ram their 3-3 into our 3-2. Oh no, of course not. Why would they do that when they could do the thing they just did there, which is, like, way better? Ooh, that sucks. Well, this guy's a hell of a lot less good now. We could just blood sacrament him. So, like, a scanner leaves us with 3... You know what? I'm going to blood sacrament this guy just to prevent him from potentially getting wounded. And then... Oh, interesting. When it adds the energy cell, it's not full. I mean, we can certainly play scanner and then just, like, a couple of improvised drones, and... Actually, when we sacrificed him, we did draw a card, didn't we? Yeah, we're going to play that instead then. That's that's a better card. And improvised drone in front of the 1/1 because I'd love to protect him. I should have had him attack like one of the crates or the... I guess I couldn't have. I should have had him attack one of the O4s though before placing that drone. That was a misplay. And then we could scrap... Let's scrap the scanner to get an energy and play another drone. We have here a bunch of guys who can die and just feed us extra cards, which is, like, totally cool. Oh, that's a shame. There goes my 1/1, probably. Wow, that's a lot of guys with taunt. Like, way more than you actually need. Okay. So we could give our robust drone 5 power. We probably have to, right? We need to be able to get rid of that guy. And then we could, let's see, we could sweeper plus, no, I guess we can't sweeper plus anything. The Vanguard's definitely the wrong play. I could near mercenary behind the 2/2. Man, I really wish we had one more energy. This near mercenary shot is, like, very, very good. We could attack this crate with our 2/2 and then eye for an eye. That doesn't feel very good. Attack the crate, eye for an eye, play barrier. I think we probably have to just trade the 2/2 for the 3/1, right? That I think that's probably the case. We got to get rid of that guy. And then if we play... If we don't kill something, then they could trade 2 guys for our 5/1. We could play cutter plus shot here. It doesn't really develop our board as much as I would like. It's not bad, though. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And yes, I feel a little silly for playing shot on that guy, but we gotta control the enemy's power. Oh, well, there we go. They got there anyway. If they have decided they are going to be allowed to kill my guy, there is nothing I can do to stop them. Brain Drain was a pretty great draw. So... we don't have anywhere close to lethal no matter how we do this. Lancer is pretty good. We could do Lancer plus cycle into eye for an eye, or that's not awesome. Shredder's a little awkward because of all of the extra garbage on the table. We could Shredder into this guy attacking somebody, then we scrap something and play eye for an eye off of this guy. And there's like decent odds that we get a kill or 2, and then we have a 7/4. But with them having a 4/4, that's obviously not totally ideal. Let's do it with the Lancer instead. Okay, that's not too bad. And then we scrap... Let's see, how do I want to do this? Yes, we have to attack you. Scrap the Overseer. It's at this point it's probably the near mercenary. To eye for an eye, this guy. Yep, of course. Kind of goes without saying, right? Of course nobody would hit the 4/4. Well, hopefully the 4/4 chooses to go to my face, but I can't imagine. Yeah. Man, this would be a really good time for a beam spell. The fountain is pretty good here. So we can play like fountain plus sweeper behind it. Right, and we have a fair number of insights available next turn, provided that, we don't just lose everything immediately here. And it doesn't feel like we're going to. I guess we're going to find out. Okay, the fact that they're going for my face with their followers is a pretty good sign, I think. Cast Overseer, definitely a real problem. Ooh, and we drew Apostate of the Echo on a turn where we can actually play him. So, how do we want to deal with these guys? Crippling Mudra is... So we can't heal off of this because it sets their maximum life to 2. Right? I think that's what we learned. We could throw down... Boy. I guess we actually... You have 17 health? We almost have lethal. No, we totally do have lethal. Because we can scrap something for an energy. So we can play Vanguard and Brain Drain this turn. So I guess let's do that. Let's just... oh, stupid charge guys. That's... Or, not charge. Stupid taunt guy. So... We have... No, we still have it, though, right? If I use the Vanguard... If I just use anybody to kill you... Then I Vanguard. I don't think the ordering of this matters a little bit, because I'd like to get the blessing on the Vanguard. Be a little careful here. So we scrap something to get the Brain Drain up. Brain Drain you. And we do this. Then we do this. There we go. That's pretty good. Swarm Coordinator. Okay, awesome. That is the thing we have been looking for. We're going to unequip something right now, right this very instant. Also, good loot. In general, good loot. Pain is wisdom, huh? That's what we're temporarily losing. Yeah, this is just too good. This is too good not to have. And then we do need to use a thing before we move. Does it matter much what it is? Hazardous position, calm company. Yeah, let's do an advantageous position. I think that's of the effects we have available to us, that's the weakest one. That's the one I feel least like we are wasting. Alright, there's no more talking. Why would we talk to anyone when we could just murder? Alright, we lost a 3 there, so I'd like to bring in something that's relatively cheap. Actually, we're kind of low on... like guys to invite into the deck. Well, without risk of like losing someone. I think I'm just gonna play a scout. That's okay, right? That's fine. This is actually an okay hand, even just keeping the fountain. Yeah. I think so. So obviously we want to start with the barrier. Yeah, soft cover, put the cutter behind it, and then we have the ability to take advantage of drone nonsense, potentially, if we want to. Because now we have our first drone out. Okay, that feels like the wrong play. Feels like you sort of forgot how the game works there for a moment. Fry is easy enough to deal with. That removes the cover trait. That's fine. We can just... Oh, well, I was going to say we can just move our drone in front of that. That's actually like a supremely annoying set of things you've done there. Well... Does this thing... Yeah, he has to be targeted by a leader card, so we do have to use shot on him. And then, do I want to move the drone, or do I want to just attack a piece of cover? I kind of want to, like, so it says a random enemy target. It could be any of these things. I think I'm just going to move him, and if we get a chance to light blast that guy to death, then I just take it, right? Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Ensure that we get that. If we get hit in the face for 2 here, I will accept it. Somehow I will survive. Alright, Blind Rage is pretty good here. So we have Sweeper, and then scrap something into Shot for the 4-2. And it's probably the Scout. I'm feeling all right about our position here. No, stop playing stuff. Shredder gets worse every time you play a new card. Wow, really? You just happen to be able to play your entire hand. That's fun. That must be fun. So Shredder is not guaranteed to kill anything anymore. I think I still play it. Yeah, I think I still play it. Alright, that's pretty good. And then we just start eating enemies, right? I'm probably gonna scrap Scanner to play Improvised Drone. We can have yet another target back here. And then, I think, rather than attacking, I just move. Oh no, sorry. Can't move. Says that right there in the text. Right there in the words. You know what? I'm just gonna go to his face, actually. We might take as much as 6 real damage here. Or they'll attack my cover for some reason. That's interesting. They spent so much time making sure that there was no way we could put a person in the front line. And all of a sudden, they seem like we're really unhappy with that being the case. Of course you have a stun. What an annoying thing to do. Well, coordinated fire was a heck of a draw. God, that card is ridiculously good. Okay, scrap. Probably the fountain's not going to be super useful here. Let us establish a man. Look at that, in a position where he can attack and everything. Okay, maybe not like a position where he can attack very well. Trying to figure out if I think there's a good reason to do this in a fancy way. No, let's just blow him up. I was like, there might be some version of this where like we brain drain that guy and then we somehow get the blessing onto you, but it's not worth it. Repair Swarm is maybe compelling. I'm gonna dismantle that. Oh, also, level up. Cool. Let's do that thing. This one. That one. Do we want a loyalty shift? What is the point in the game where it is too late to take on a loyalty shift? It's probably after this, right? We're probably fine to take this. And if we end up forgetting it, so be it. Oh, also, equipment slot. Let's put our machinist robes back on. So, do we want to drop Strafing Run? It was on the bubble last time, and I just think it's not bad, and we don't have any beam effects. I don't know. It might be the weakest card we have now, or at least the one that's like the most awkward to use. It sits on our hand a lot, we discard it a lot. I'm just gonna drop it. We may end up dropping the repair drone thing next. We'll see how that works out. A significant number of our drones can't really ever take damage, in the sense that they would die if they did. A follower joins your side in the last column, they gain stealth. Each friendly unit with stealth deals its strength and damage to the first target. That's a cool card. I don't think it quite fits in our deck, but it's cool. Alright, lots and lots of food. This whole map has been like really, really good to us. We should probably, before we go anywhere, should probably take a hit of Fine fabrics. Just, just snort those fine, fine fabrics. Yeah, I have no sense anymore of where we are on cards. They want me to give them batteries. I don't think we should do that. I know that combat's always risky, but I don't think we can afford to give up batteries right now. So let's drop the Wounded Cutter. I mean, like, a Razor is okay in that slot. And then I don't really want to play the Wounded Sweeper. We'll just, like, throw in a Dozer for it? Or, actually, a Blue Devil Recruit is likely to be able to draw off a lot of enemy fire. Man, they hate robust units. Yes. Yes, this is good. It's a pretty effective opening turn. Okay, I think we go ammo cache here, actually, because I want to play the Worker Swarm adjacent to it. And then the question is, do we scrap to get Blue Devil Recruit down, or do we just reinforce? I'm gonna scrap for the 2-1 Blue Devil. I think that's pretty strong. Alright, it's an annoyingly effective tempo play. They're not even trying to attack my guy in a way that's totally useless to them. How dare they? Like they learned how to play the game at some point. Alright, so just shoot this guy, right? Hopefully fairly uncontroversial, then we can just do some damage. Already, somehow, you've lost your advantage. Oof. My ammo cache. So do we want to start thinking about moving people forward? Oh, actually we have lethal. Weird. What a weird battle. Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's a hell of a lot better with a blessing on it. I thought for sure when they played like a stealth guy and another thing real quickly at the beginning of the battle that like things were going to go a little sideways for us. But that ended up being really, really clean. Alright, let us go forth and battle a tormented leper. A dark and oily rain pounded down on our caravan, clouds blocking out the sky. Visibility became very limited, and some of the convoy asked to stop for a rest. I think we can do that. It took a few hours, but eventually the weather let up, and by a few hours we mean 48-ish hours. Okay, I fought more battles than you ever could, where's my thanks, and then the fighting. So when you take damage, all convoy cards in your hand get buffed up. Well, that's okay, we'll just kill them all, that's how we'll solve that problem. Yeah, this is good. Alright, so scanner, and then scrap. I'm leery of scrapping eye for an eye. I think I'm gonna scrap shot, as weird as that sounds, because I really want to get Razor down so that near mercenary will be as powerful as possible next turn. Scrapping shot feels real weird though. Oh wow, okay, or you'll just have a mind seize. Well, near mercenary is still okay, still a 4/4. Not as good as I would like, and obviously I have a problem with 4 cost units that only have 4 toughness, but that's not terrible. Especially if it draws out multiple enemy cards. Yeah, wow, this guy has got some removal spells. Boy, this is a little annoying that we're not drawing like decent on curve type guys. Let's not play stuff in the same row or column, and there's no sense in scrapping anything. I could tempered strength the drone because it won't be a huge problem if we lose the drone. Although I guess if I'm going to give him a reason to kill anybody, it should be the one who isn't a drone, given that we have repurpose and coordinated swarm and everything. Yeah. There aren't that many removal spells that only deal 1 damage. If he's going to kill this guy, he was probably going to kill him either way. Yes, like he would have just cast that on his face instead. So we didn't really lose anything there except for the card, obviously. Okay, so Fanatic is interesting. We could just heavy slug him. Guy's got a full grip of cards anyway. Like we're not really losing anything tempo-wise by doing a heavy slug. He has a lot of health. We are not in a good position to push through this much health. Yeah. I mean, there's no way to like play with that in a fun way. We could try to build up a huge board presence and kill him in one hit, but that's just not how things are gonna work. So we have we have our big dude, and we have a situation here where our big dude would be pretty good. How are we going to deal with this, though? We can just charge. And to be perfectly honest, discarding a leader card to draw a convoy card is actually probably a good thing here. The beast also has taunt, right? Yeah, that's not a big deal, though. Then we scrap the scanner so that we can do this and this. And hopefully he doesn't have any removal. I guess I should have played these differently. They shouldn't be in the same, yeah. Should not have been in the same column. Boy, this guy sure does have all of the cards. Vindicator is potentially pretty powerful here. Let's start with the precog. This is not a great time for loyalty shift. Crippling Mudra is interesting. Coordinated fire, not so good. Yeah, let's grab this. Unfortunately, we're probably just going to take a ton of damage here. Put up a Vindicator. Put up an improvised drone. We are in a position where we could scrap and then play Crippling Mudra. I guess I don't want to do that with Vindicator down, but maybe I should have done that before playing the Vindicator so that the Ruster was lethal against any of these guys. I guess I kind of want him to attack the Ruster instead of attacking my life, though, if possible. So we kind of want to offer him... Or we don't want it to be a trade. We want it to look like it's just purely beneficial for him to attack the Ruster. He's gonna... Oh, interesting. That's like a really bad play. I was gonna say he's definitely just gonna go to my face, though. Why would he do anything else? So that's interesting. Apostate of the Echo in cover, followed by Blood Sacrament. So that gets me an insight right away. And actually, if we do this first, we know exactly... Ah, but no, sorry, that's the guy that we're sacrificing. I really don't want him to just have a 9-8. Well, okay, how about this? How about we just do Mudra instead, and then we play the Shredder. That seems okay. Then we could just go to his face. Hooray! Oh, are you sure? Did you think that through? Okay, well, I don't know that he's going to be able to get enough creatures down for that guy to have a chance of surviving. Alright, let's get him to, let's burn that last copy of his ability. And then is it Worker Swarm or Overseer? I'm going to play Overseer. And then next turn we still have like Apostate of the Echo plus stuff. We could either play Blood Sacrament off the 2/2 or we could scrap something for Repair Swarm. Whichever one of those things makes the most sense. Well, apparently it won't be that one. What's the best way to do this? Guys they're playing have too much damn power. I suppose... Is this once per turn? No. Okay. We could just brain drain the 7-5 and then move both of our drones to kill the 5-3. Honestly, that's not bad. So then I'd like to play the worker swarm in front, so we could like do this. Oh right, random enemy target. Well, whatever. Go robust. And you know what? I'm gonna put you down too. Why not? Then I'm gonna blood sacrament you? No, this doesn't help. That doesn't do anything. Okay, that's very spiteful. Well, if they don't trade with that guy... Oh! That's, okay, that's a situation where that card's good, when your opponent's out of cards in their deck. If they don't play a taunt or something, I actually have kind of a lot of power on the table. You might be able to just make a thing happen here. Okay, there we go. That's gonna help them. Yeah. Alright. So we can do 7 right now. What's left in my deck here? It's actually kind of a hugely bad situation. We definitely can't play Blood Sacrament, ever. So yeah, with him having 20 health, we can't afford to just ignore his cards, his creatures. But we also can't do anything about his creatures ever, because doing so causes us to lose the game. We have to pretty much just go straight to his dome forever. That sucks. We're gonna take a lot of damage here, like a lot of damage. This doesn't help. Scrapping for leader cards is likely to make things worse, not better. Light Blast and Coordinated Fire both don't do anything because his board is robust. And killing the 4/4 is not nothing, I guess, but scrapping for stuff right now is incredibly dangerous. Yeah, this is really bad. Does Loyalty Shift put the guy in my deck? It just says joins your convoy. I'm going to assume it doesn't put the guy in your deck. All right, I don't think we have a choice. I think we just have to kind of go to his face a bunch here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we do in fact have to do that. And then we play the Fountain. Heal self and neighbor units. Is it ever going to be relevant? I don't think so. I'm gonna elect to err on the side of not giving him anything to multi-attack. All convoy cards in your hand get +1/+1. Traders, interesting, I guess. Take that guy. Okay, it did give it to me. That's pretty cool. Alright, so they have the ability to do a lot of damage to me, or they have the ability to... Oh boy, they're making me draw cards. Oh, also, I forgot to have my Blue Devil attack the cover because I was so flustered. Okay, that's not so bad. That sucks. Wow, that's really, like, absolutely brutal. Well, you play enough copies of a bad card, and it becomes an okay card, I guess. So we have to attack for 5. And then coordinated fire doesn't necessarily give me anything. Right, it's going to kill the 4-3 and the 6-3, which I guess we do have to do. But it doesn't put me on lethal next turn necessarily. He still has his Blue Devils, although one of them will be in the back row, and there's a pretty good chance he'll just move it to the front row. I mean, I don't think we have the choice of not playing it, I guess. Yeah, we have to play it. Because we have to take 10 points of damage off his side of the table. If we can. It's not really an option. We are going to maybe die here. If we don't die here, we're at least going to be in very bad shape. Okay, Trader's not super relevant. Raj General's not super relevant. I mean, he can now trade both of his guys for my 5-5, I guess. Or he can... Sorry, he can't do that because he wouldn't be able to attack with that guy. So actually he loses. Ooh. So we have to... Oh, wait, does he? Yes. We do this to remove the cover. Then we repurpose this drone. Then we have lethal. But I forgot to attack the cover again last turn, and it was almost really bad. Minus 19 for the profit and also 10 wounds. Definitely what you want a fight to look like. That might actually be game-losingly bad, right? Like, we didn't lose the game in that fight, but we may now be so wounded that we can't win anymore. Alright, so let's, So you don't need to glow to let me know that I picked stuff up a long time ago, because I know that I picked stuff up when I picked it up. That's from when I know that. Let's go to the market, sell our garbage, and then... I am now missing 26 health. And also our followers are so wounded that we can't put together a deck. We would need like 3... Vanguard can stay in, you're out, you're out, you're out. Yeah, like... Hold on a second, let's just cut everything. We're gonna have to completely rebuild the deck. What do we actually need to heal? So we can run you guys. There are some cards here that I don't mind running when they're wounded. Like Wild Hand is totally fine. It won't be the end of the world if we lose Wild Hand. We're so close to that 50 unit threshold though when several useful options open up. Rioter's totally fine. Veteran Slaver is not a good card. Core Champion's good. We can definitely still run Vanguard. This guy's good. So we have a 7-card deck. If we want to get up to, let's say, 13, we need to spend at least 2 heals on followers. If we were going to do that, who are those followers? It's probably the 2 sweepers, the Shredder, a Lancer, and then 2 cheap guys, like maybe Shrieker and the other Worker Swarm. So if we do that and then we take 15 points of healing, that's bad, but it's probably survivable. Maybe. Or should I do one more and only go up to 20 health? That feels too dangerous. Alright, we're going to do this. I sort of hate it, but that's what we're doing. Oh, Wrecker. Barrier. At the end of your turn, each refreshed friendly follower deals damage equal to its attack. What? At the end of your turn. So you play this guy and then it's just like amazing and awesome right away. That's pretty cool. I guess I should have come here first because we could maybe have done one less follower heal by buying... No, we should definitely have at least this many followers safe, and then we can pick up more stuff. 3/5 Taunt with Fury. All undamaged friendly followers get +1/+1. That's awesome. Obviously, Protector is great. Welder seems fine. Well, yeah, Welder's fine. Ooh, Sniper Blast. Wow. We are being shown an awfully large number of very good cards. We only have 38 batteries, but we could sell some. We could sell some stuff. We have garbage. Sorry, not garbage. But we have things to sell. I guess let's do the town options first. Let's go to the works. Let's try to sneak in. Sometimes this works. Nope, it was not the works today. Slopes. We are going to hang out. We could sell food. We're doing okay on food, and we really need batteries. So let Jant haggle. Okay, 6 food for 15 batteries is great. Jant, congratulations. You are useful to the caravan, even though I don't want you in my deck ever at all. Just gonna talk to the locals here. Gonna go visit the crane. We'll approach the control center. Hey, let me through. I have important business here. No, he does not believe that. We tried. Okay, so now that we know that we have 53 batteries, we've done all the options here. We probably don't need another guy who costs 9, even though this guy is awesome. I'm totally going to pick up the Protector. We're going to take Harpy. We're going to take Harpy and Expert Slinger. We're going to leave the Welder, and we're going to leave Wrecker. Wrecker's bananas, but we don't need another guy who costs 9. So now we have enough guys healed that we can run like a couple of combats even where we lose people. So let's cut. We definitely want to bring in the Slinger and also probably the Harpy. So we can cut like Rioter is probably worse. Rioter's worse than Harpy for sure. And then like we could cut the Wild Hand for Expert Slinger. Expert Slinger is like considerably better. You know, I'll also run the Wild Hand. How about that? And then, actually, Overseer's still good, but maybe better than... Maybe we don't run the Core Champion right now. Yeah, let's do it like that for right now. And so we have a couple of, like, good spare creatures we can bring in after wounds and stuff. I think we're okay. We don't have enough batteries to level up. We should probably not leave without that, at least that number of batteries. What is a Zoological Harmonizer? Ooh, that's a cool card. Or a cool piece of equipment. That's alright. The Molotov gives us target leader discards a leader card, which is like fine. Technopathic ammunition obviously is bananas. We definitely cannot afford to be buying stuff for the heck of it. So let's talk about sales. Cancel challenge is cool. We probably don't intend to ever use security sleeve. I don't really want replenish. We're not going to use bandit outfit. Just trying to make sure we have enough batteries for the basics out there in the wilderness. Mortar, maybe. We have 2 Scorch Irons. Null Drone, maybe. Mortar, maybe. Okay, I feel comfortable leaving town with this number of batteries. So, you're headed toward a gladiator camp, which is maybe a place where we could do something. We should probably head through the food node, right? So, there is a teacher there, though. Yeah, we might have to go to the teacher. That might be a thing that would be unwise to skip, given our goals. Our outriders reported a small caravan camp. Look at this band of beggars, one of the blue-skinned fighters shouted at us. What are you dogs hawking? Fleas and rags? We're going to mock them back. They liked that last time. Okay, they invited us for drinks. We are going to politely decline, because last time there were some side effects. Okay, we didn't get anything. I was curious if declining would lead to any new stuff, but it's just the end of the node. A large herd of heavily armored rinchas blocking the road. We can afford to just wait. We don't need to get into a thing with the rinchas. So now we gotta make a decision. How badly do I want to go to the teacher thing? I mean, I really want to go down to this gladiator camp. But if we're gonna get our unlock, yeah, we'd better do this. Metallic bodies of a swarm patrol in the distance. We continued with caution. A few hours later, we found the burned out husk of a carriage. I'm gonna try to loot it. We're in a position here where we could use some loot, and I'm willing to fight for it. energy lance hit me really hard, like incredibly hard. It's -5 health. That's a little brutal. We don't need to be running this wounded lancer. We can put in the protector in its place. Doesn't really change things too much, cost-wise. Alright. Absolutely not. Probably don't want to start with Repair Swarm. Okay. Oh, they go first. Well, fine. So, Inspiring Command, we're getting to the part of the game where everybody always has Inspiring Command, which is annoying. I'm going to play Worker Swarm and then hit it with Tempered Strength, I think. Okay. 5 power robust guy. Let's do it. We're probably just heavy slugging. Ooh. Okay. Seriously thinking about playing coordinated fire off of a single guy. Yeah, maybe, right? Maybe I have to. We do get to play Scanner for free, and then do the coordinated fire. So we're still building position. And then probably he just moves that forward rather than attacking with it. It is getting pretty menacing over there, though. Man, I wish I had a cleanser. That's a pretty good dude. We do still have Heavy Slug. Eye for an Eye also actually kills someone. We could also play Shredder. Shredder's not super likely to get me where I'm going in terms of killing enemies. It might help, though. If we had another damage spell in our hand or something, I'd feel a little bit more comfortable about that. As it is, it's hard to know. The coordinated movement thing plus Shredder might be enough to get us something. I'm gonna try it. Let's see what happens here. Because we're pretty likely to just move this drone back to the front, which is going to trigger coordinated swarm, so if we can push some of these robust guys back to the back. Okay, so now instead of doing the thing I just said, we attack, so we know we can eliminate that guy. It feels... hold on. Let's move this guy first. Okay. Bad luck. I would very much have liked that to go to the other place. And then I guess we just move our guy forward and... Damn it. Would have been really cool to get that kill. Interesting. Can't say I think that was a good idea. Yeah, the first strike is definitely good. And if we can actually attack with Expert Slinger, it's like very powerful. What else might we want to do here? We could Heavy Slug the 2-1 because we're gonna have a hard time dealing with it any other way. And then play Expert Slinger, and then I guess we could play Shrieker first. Maybe behind a rock, though. A little leery of putting Shrieker out in front of people. Yeah, like Shrieker here. Then we do the Heavy Slug. Alright, I was kind of hoping that was going to land on the Slinger. But now we just scrap... Honestly, probably the Loyalty Shift. As much as I want to play Loyalty Shift. Now, I'm going to scrap you. Get Slinger down. And then we're just going to hope for some lucky targeting here. Alright, that's exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about. Let's move you as well. Try to get lucky twice. Hey, we got lucky twice. I think the odds, we exceeded the expected value on that play by more than we failed to reach expected value on the last play. Right, I forgot stealth I forgot that stealth does the thing that it does. Well, that's shitty. Protector and just like another drone. So we can't choose to attack you. I don't have any charges of the free movement thing left, but like Protector solves a lot of our problems. Except that it does nothing against the guy that we most need to get rid of. So we could... Boy, I really wish I had a damage thing. We need to get rid of Scanner very badly. We have 2 shots and a light blast. So I'm gonna scrap... No, I'm not gonna scrap. I'm gonna play precognition. Okay. Shot helps a lot. Alright, so now I can... I still can't actually smash you. Yeah, I actually have to get the other shot. That's frustrating. It's like, what we need to do is set up an eye for an eye, right? Well... we can attack you a maximum of 2 times. So I can't actually do anything. There's no way for me to accomplish anything here. Yeah, that really sucks. We can scrap for damage spell. That's like... Alright, let's do it. Then you showed me shot. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we are like in very little danger. Getting rid of the stealth guy means that it's totally reasonable for us to just like play sweeper behind a rock and then go to the enemy's face. Sorry, no. No, we can't. We can do this and just make this guy's life difficult, and then we have a kill next turn. A kill on him, not a kill on the enemy leader, obviously. Do I want to... I probably don't want to bother attacking with the 2-3, right? Because that's just gonna... He's just gonna be able to counteract that by moving forward. But now it's very difficult for him to keep that 2-1 alive. Even if he does move it to the front, it still doesn't stay alive next turn. Boy, he just has a ton of creatures all the time forever. Alright, that was pretty good for us. So, what's the attack order here? This probably needs to happen. Then we want to... I mean, we're gonna want to play Protector here, obviously. So the damage we take doesn't matter too much. Like we can, or rather, the damage that's left on the table doesn't matter too much. We can do a lot of just like going straight to the opponent's face here, and in fact, we have lethal. So yeah, thanks to the Vanguard costing 2, we can even play Loyalty Shift first. Yeah, give me your cleanser, absolutely. The Vanguard gets even cheaper. You know, Shrieker, you've done some fine work today. So let's give Vanguard the blessing, right? Go 5 plus 5 plus 6. And you know, we continue to approach 50. That wasn't even the battle, right? So... we probably don't want to play Expert Slinger while she's wounded. Or Shredder, probably. So we can run... we can run the Cleanser. We absolutely do that. And then we don't necessarily need to bring something in at the top end. I'll put in Core Champion. Core Champion's a good, sustainable dude. I actually like this hand quite a bit. Let's stick with that. So we want to just stick the worker swarm, right? Yeah. Ooh, that's a guy. That's a guy who poses a threat to my 2/2. Is he really going to trade 2 cards for a single charge off my robust? That doesn't feel like very good play. So the 3/2 is just going to kill my guy. He's not being killed through damage, right? We could blood sacrament that dude to get him back off the table, and then just establish Sweeper in a position where he's not going to get younglinged while we look for another answer. I think that's reasonable. Pair Swarm not super good at the moment. Alright, what do you think the odds are that they're going to have like a push or a pull here? Alright, I can absolutely endure that, and then we just kind of hope to... We hope he plays a bunch of guys with low toughness. That's what we hope, because coordinated fire off of just one guy is often a lot of fun. Hey, look, it's working. Oh, interesting. Yes, use that to play more creatures. Alright, coordinated fire off of one dude. Absolutely acceptable. And we even get to scrap... Let's scrap Repair Swarm. Get ourselves a Shrieker, and also an Improvised Drone. I feel like our position here is starting to look pretty good. Okay, Beast Call's a good card. So Protector here is pretty strong. We also have the option of just ramming our 2/2 into his face, obviously, or into the 4/1. We can't. We're nowhere near lethal. But if we're thinking about lethal, if that's the direction we're aiming in, we could do a lot worse than to go Tempered Strength on this guy. I guess if I want to play the Protector this turn, I kind of need to not do that. Maybe the play is Precognition, digging for one of the damage spells to get rid of the Black Scale Graham on the cheap, and then we can just have a plan of playing another Sweeper in this row. Let's try that. Okay. Take a shot. Shoot you. And then you gotta ask yourself, what do we want to do about these beasts? Do I want to trade stuff? Because if we run the 1/4 into one of them and the 2/2 into another one, there's not really a way to protect the 1/4 aside from just moving it out of the way and having them all hit me in the face, which I don't really like. I think we're just gonna have to accept a wound on the 1/4. We're gonna get good good positional advantage out of it. And get you for 4. Play Sweeper. Get you for 5 rather. Play Sweeper, and then we're like in a very powerful position. And he might just go to my face anyway. I assume he'll want to take the trade. No, interesting. Okay, well that's a loss. Yeah, we super have him. Alright, I feel pretty good about the way that went. Picked up some new beasts. Lumbering Chumball might see some play at some point. That was better. We took a lot less damage there. Did level up. On a drone XX with Brawl where X is the number of convoy cards in your discard pile. Yo, that seems alright. And then we have a focus, so let us focus. Are we dropping Repair Swarm? It's a cool idea. We have a couple of drones that are large enough to benefit from it, but I think that is in fact the card that's going. Apparently we're not quite at enough cards forgotten yet. Well, let's hope that the teacher can help us. Came upon a group of traders that were traveling the opposite direction. Okay, yeah, Craven, go ahead and haggle with them. Merchant was willing to part with a legendary weapon. If we do this, we cannot forget a card. This is where me knowing the number of cards that we had forgotten would come in handy, because I could estimate whether or not it was worth it for us to do this, whether we need this teacher or not. I suspect we do not. Right, if we just make sure that we get to 10 and forget a card with every point of focus. I'm really curious about a legendary weapon. It's an arc overcharger. It's fine. Honestly, dismantling it's pretty good. Yeah, let's dismantle it. Not worth 25 batteries, in my opinion. There's a market here. Sell that stuff. What would it cost to forget a card at the teacher? Oh, okay. I'll just do that then. We're still good. Is it... What is the card? I like Reinforcing Pattern. I want to keep that. Especially because Repurpose is like... Repurpose just keeps getting better and better. We are at a point here where none of our cards are bad anymore. Loyalty Shift is the least interesting, maybe? So we're starting to get... Like, we're about to go onto the final map, right? Or maybe we're about to go on to the penultimate map. In any case, I think it's Loyalty Shift, probably. We got a couple of decent plays out of it. But it's getting late enough in the game that that it's starting to get less interesting. We have less and less time to benefit from the use of it. And then, are we done here at the market? Yeah, I'm not buying any of that stuff. And we're holding on to this stuff. Yep, I think we're done. Didn't unlock our last equipment slot yet. We are going to use a luxury here. We're a little short on hope. Like, I'm a little nervous about that. And we don't have any batteries to heal up our followers. We cannot hire the oh, that really sucks. We cannot hire the guides, so we lost our most legendary follower. Union Guards. You know what? We don't have the food to spare. Let's get rid of... Well, maybe I hold on to you. Yeah. Okay, so I like a makeshift beam trap. Let's go like... The thing is, what I probably want to do here is play Shrieker and Wild Hand, right? So let's do Shrieker. Scrap the Overseer. Or Wild Hand. Alright, that's fine. Now we have enough guys. Interesting. We have enough guys to make eye for an eye pretty okay. If we can't find a solution to whatever it is that comes up. Also, wow, that's a lot of armor. You've gained a lot of health there. Obviously, Sweeper's pretty great. Like, how much effort do I want to put into killing this Union Sapper? How much do I care about this guy? We could... Tempered Strength doesn't solve the problem. But, like, Tempered Strength to make you a 3/3, then have you attack, then Light Blast adjacent does solve the problem? Because we don't want that Union Sapper just attacking forever. I also could just Eye for an Eye the Beast token. Like, attack, then Eye for an Eye the Beast token, then attack for 3 more. And then we just establish the beam trap somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. And also do this. We have an advantage here, and we know that a number of the cards in this guy's deck effectively don't do anything. Just like raw life gain is pretty bad. I have 3 guys, a little bit of a problem. So, how do we want to deal with 5/3 guy? Crippling Mudra is not very good in this situation, but it does let me Light Blast that guy to death. I don't like it. I don't like it very much at all, but I think it's what we're going to do. So we're going to kill this guy first, so that he doesn't go up to 2. And then it's like Mudra, scrap something into play Sweeper, probably. Alright, we just hurl the 2/2 at that dude. I guess, would I rather play Harpy? No, I would rather play Sweeper and then play Harpy in front of Sweeper later. But what am I scrapping? Scrap the Light Blast? It's like, that's pretty extreme. Hopefully that doesn't turn out to bite me in the ass. Ah, and then you have Wrath of God. Well, we still have Harpy. We also have, like, some other good stuff. How many convoy cards are in my discard pile? It is 4. Do we want to spawn a 4/4 and kill his man? Or do I want to hold this for later? I kind of like it, honestly. And then if we scrap the Blood Sacrament, we can still play Harpy this turn. Alright, I would love it if you would stop doing things, and also if you would die. And if he doesn't play something with Taunt, he totally does die. Also, I really like the art on this guy. Look at him. Look how cool he is. Okay, 15. Does 15 keep him alive? 15 does not keep him alive. Next we got Vanguard. Go face. Face. Didn't I have shot? Well, whatever. I did have shot and then I discarded it when I played that guy. It was not necessary to the plan. I had a whole plan. Alright, 3 wounds. Not a thing we can actually afford. So we have to go around the battle? Pretty sure? Cannot afford to take on unnecessary battles. Alright, invite these people in. On extra bodies. Close to that threshold. Spotted a herd of salter birds. Yeah, absolutely. That's a lot of food. Holy crap. Okay. Things are feeling better already. We should probably use an item. Sure, these natural dyes will work. Gets us up to 20 hope. That buys us quite a bit of time. We are definitely limping along here. The Night Guard alerted us to moaning and screaming. Okay, hey, look at that. Birth was given, and everybody was happy about it. Lush forest surrounding seems like a good opportunity to forage. Wow. Really, really good opportunity to forage. Apparently food is never going to be an issue, ever again. I guess we'd better go here. Pain, like lightning striking my forehead, was the first thing I felt. I could sense the cold blue light of the star in the space in the space behind my eyes. Then the thunder rolled in. Ooh, I kind of want to open up, because we're just going to take a leader heal here at this healing location, right? We know that. We don't actually have a choice. I'm going to open up. A flood of images rushed over me. I reached out like a man drowning and held on to the first solid image I could reach as the voice showed me impeccably arranged gardens. They held a myriad of plants, some I'd never seen, arranged in orderly rows and stacked neatly on top of one another, growing out of stone. It was a miracle of light and water. But there were empty beds, and the more I looked, the more I noticed them. This perfect garden was incomplete. The images faded as the floodgates in my mind closed again. I opened my eyes and found myself on the ground, the taste of iron coursing across my tongue. The meal I had been eating was strewn onto the ground, and everyone was staring at me, their own dinners forgotten. The voice in my head was quiet now, but I had seen many things. Most useful among those was an image seen as if through the eyes of a bird. Small area with a bounty of edible plants not too far from here. Yeah, speak of my vision. That should get us some believer points, right? Star has shown me the future. It has sent me a vision of the crypt of our future. Yeah, we just said that. A bountiful harvest awaits within its safe walls. But not just that. It has told me there is a garden not too far from here that will help feed us on our journey. Not that we need it. But hey, free food. Alright, so we heal leader. Then we keep moving. Do I want to veer off to go to the shop? I guess we don't really have a lot to sell. No, let's just head straight to the thing. Let's investigate. Okay, it's not a scary sniper place. We are going to tell the heavily armed guards about our sacred quest. After some commotion behind the scenes, we're allowed to enter the settlement. So we could recruit their commander for food. We've been doing pretty well on food so far. Or we could just set up camp. I don't remember what this allows you to do. I'm gonna recruit their commander. We could use some more good cards. Ooh, an unconquered ascetic is indeed good cards. And that's our 50th person. Alright. We are looking for a murderous criminal by the name of Tank. There is no one by that name here. Won't mind if we search. And, in fact, they were never able to find her because there are so damn many of us. How could you possibly search us all? Alright, let's do one more battle here. This is going to end up being kind of a long episode. Let's help these people get some scavenger armor that we will just probably sell. And hey, we're doing alright on some points now. Okay, so your deal is 5 charges. Ouch. It already hurts. I can tell how much it's going to hurt. I'm going to leave the injured wild hand in, maybe? Well, at this point, we're actually a little leery of losing someone, right? We're at the magic value. So we don't have a lot of cheap units. You know what? 2-1 Blue Devil is pretty good. And then I could bring in something more above mid-curve, like wouldn't be opposed to playing another 5. I guess we don't really have one that I'm comfortable having in the deck. Mercenary Champion. Sure, you know what? That's fine. That's an alright guy. Alright, let's see if we can pull this off without getting too many people wounded. I'm going to keep Harpy. Alright, fragile crystals and a pair of improvised drones. Honestly, not bad. Put this here. Improvise up a couple of drones. And we'll protect ourselves. Not too bad for a first turn. Yeah, lots of guys with charge. It's going to be a problem. So we have to kill the poison guy. That's really important. And then I was going to play Cleanser, but obviously this is the move now. You lack restraint. Yeah, this guy may well carry us all the way to victory if we are smart about the application of him. We are probably going to be spending a lot of time moving him back to the front row. Or the front column, rather. Oh, interesting. I forgot about the charge in that circumstance. Ooh, okay, stumble. Yep, of course it moves him to the back. Kind of goes without saying, really. Let's just move him back to the front. And then also play Cleanser. And I think we're going to temper the Cleanser. 4-1 first strike robust. That seems okay. So they do have just enough guys to trade out our 5-1. We're gonna eat a number of their creatures. Nope, the poison guy makes this much more straightforward. What a coincidence that he happened to have a poison guy at just this moment. Okay, stim shot doesn't actually do anything there. Rejuvenate does actually nothing. Real weird choice. And then I assume he's gonna finish off my 4-1. Yeah, okay. We got some pretty good card advantage out of that. Out of all of that noise. So, is it Mercenary Champion or Harpy? I don't think I want to put forth the energy to actually kill anything here. I guess we want Harpy to wait. Mercenary Champion is going to probably force a card out of him in order to deal with it. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And then we can play Harpy afterward. And that charge thing, we're close to that being out, right? Yeah, it has one more. That charge thing is, like, massively powerful. Maybe the best leader ability. The best one of these things that we see on enemies. Or honestly, maybe just, like, the best leader ability in the entire game, bar none. So, we don't have... I mean, obviously we can do Crippling Mudra. And then shot to kill something. So if we wouldn't want to play Harpy first. But we would want to attack with you first, so you're not going to benefit from the Harpy either way, right? It's like we kill something, and then we set our life to 2 again. And I guess it doesn't really matter what we kill. Yeah, then we Mudra. And I guess that makes you undamaged, weirdly. Go ahead and play the Harpy. We shoot you, because stealth is too hard to deal with. Actually, how am I doing on cards? 7 and 9. I'm debating playing Scanner first and then scrapping to play Shot. I think I'm okay with that. Just trying to get more stuff established here so that I am more of a threat. Alright, so we've got a pretty good base built up now. It's going to be increasingly difficult for them to interact in a meaningful way. That may or may not even matter. They are at least going to be able to trade for my Tonkai, but that costs them a couple of cards. Oh, interesting. I don't think we've ever seen that card before. Alright, so are you allowed to attack? No, stealth does not work that way. You can attack... It's ambiguously worded. You can attack all enemy units regardless of the enemy unit's position, not regardless of all units' positions. Which is not, strictly speaking, what that text says. Alright, so we got a sniper here. We got this to deal damage, of course, to that thing. The one thing we would want damaged least. And then, am I going to scrap to play Core Champion, just so that we can get damage up? I think that's probably smart. And if I'm scrapping something out of this hand, it's Shot. Even though Shot is obviously very, very good. Alright, we have built ourselves a house. A house made of angry metal. Right now we're getting in for 11... what do we have left? So we could pull Grave Accumulation, we could pull Brain Drain. I'm just trying to figure out if it makes sense to do precog. Yeah, it probably does. It's probably smart. Alright, I would like the Grave Accumulation, please. So... 5 is... Yeah, 5 is decent. 5 is surviving. Let's do this. Let's break this open, and then put the Grave Accumulation right here. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about that. It's a weird place to put a Gram Rager. Right next to the thing that deals 1 damage under circumstances. Alright, that is fine by me. And we have the kill. Yes, we have the kill. Who do we want? I mean, we probably want the blessing on the sniper, right? I think that makes sense. Alright, just playing slow and defensively and outlasting the enemy seems to be a pretty durable strategy, but we are taking a lot of wounds doing it. That's interesting. Yeah, that card is definitely interesting. Alright, well, we are not going to actually play out this area. Do we have any garbage to sell? No. Okay, so we're going to be a little tight on cash. We have to put some batteries together, though, because we have to get some healing. Yeah, things are going okay. We are really pushing through some difficult circumstances, but I'm worried that we might be too weak to make that big final push. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time tomorrow to see if my concerns are justified. And we'll see you then.